Do not let them know you are empowering yourself. Whatever you do, such as going for a walk or learning new things, do not let the narcissist know why you are doing it. So don't say that you are going for a walk because you want to lose weight. They will try to stop you. If you have to, say you are super anxious and need to go for a walk. If you are studying and can hide it from them, just say you are reading random articles because you want to take your mind off a pandemic. You never want them to know you are bettering yourself. If they think you are taking walks because you are anxious, they will feel they are winning and may even tell you to take daily walks. Yes, you are lying, but you have to be more street smart. You have to think about your long-term health and happiness and not what the narcissist thinks of you and what you need to say to the narcissist to survive. Create space for you. Try and figure out what the narcissist in your life wants. Maybe they want to play games on their phone, or they want to watch movies, or they want to be on Facebook. Then try and make it sound as if it's in benefit for them by you giving them space so that they can get what they want. This will allow you to have some alone time away from them. Make sure you are in a separate room if you can, or at least not sitting next to them. You can even divide up a flat or house. Maybe you take the living room and they take the bedroom. Put a mattress on the floor and move in there. Give them the better deal so that they do not resist. What you're after is not luxury, but to be away from them. You need a break from their abuse. Even if you need to bring in a couch into your office and sleep there for most of the time, get as much time away from them as you can while making it sound like it's in their benefit. This may be hard to do as you may end up with very little space, but that is not what is important. Being away from them and making the abuse less is what is important. You can even set up time where you will watch something alone. Often they will demand they watch something at the same time, even if it's not something they like. Let them have it, as the point is to be alone and away from them. And if that means not watching something that you like and them having watch something they don't like out of spite, you still win because you have some alone time. If you are staying with friends or family and have your own room, then come out as little as you can stand. And when you come out, try to avoid the narcissist. If you do interact, try to keep conversations to a minimum. If you have a garden, come out and spend time in the garden or go for a walk if you can. I spend almost all my time in my room and keep earphones on to limit the amount of yelling I need to listen to. Be confused or grey rock. When the narcissist does try to stir the pot and create drama, either act bored and grey rock them or act confused. When they say something or insult you, just say, "I'm really confused by what you said," or "I'm confused as to why you would say that." Switching between not getting something and grey rocking them will often have them leave the room. You can also just go with a broken record technique. When they try to get a reaction from you, you can just keep saying no, or okay, or that's interesting. Set boundaries and rules. You need to start setting boundaries and rules. You can write them down, such as no yelling or name calling. Yes, the narcissist will break them, but you can then direct their attention to the rules. You need to have consequences for breaking rules, and you have to enforce them. Detach from the emotion of the event. Imagine you are a scientist who is doing an experiment and observing people. Note the narcissist's behavior as if the narcissist is part of your study. You may even start to realize the narcissist's patterns and their go-to arguments and techniques. When you approach the narcissist as if they are part of your study you are conducting, it helps to remove some of the negative emotions you have towards their actions and words. Behave for the sake of your kids. The narcissist is going to push your buttons out of boredom If you have children, try to remain as calm and collected as possible for their sake. They need to see at least one example of good behavior. Also, do not allow the narcissist to pull your children into fights and force the children to pick sides. Often the situation would be beyond the child's ability to comprehend, and forcing them to choose between parents is devastating for them. If the narcissist is abusing your children, the narcissist needs to leave. Kick them out. If your narcissistic partner or even family member has somewhere else to stay, it may be best if you ask them to leave. Having them leave will give you some freedom and a chance to get your head clear. The narcissist will resist. Do not fall for their sorry sob stories and promises that they will behave, or for their tantrums and blaming you. They will just start at a different angle to abuse you by invalidating you, ignoring you, gaslighting you, or humiliating you. Have them leave. Ask for help. If you or kids are being assaulted, reach out to your local shelter or police station and see if they can have a place for you to stay. See if you can move in with friends or family. Do whatever you need to do to get away from the narcissist if mental abuse is too much or the abuse turns physical. Never ever give up. Look out for yourself. To help you stay sane during this trying time, you may need to distance yourself more from the narcissist by spending more time in other rooms. Take longer baths or showers. Meditate or do yoga. Look at YouTube videos that show short, easy exercise programs or do Tai Chi. Practice self-care, such as eating right and taking regular baths or showers. Put clean clothes on and do your hair. Look at funny YouTube videos to help you relax and letting the fear and anger go. Also, look at inspirational YouTube videos to help you stay in the fight. With the constant drama you may be experiencing, you may be mentally and physically exhausted. You may find yourself starting to feel depressed, and you may be sleeping almost all the time. Give your body the time it needs to rest and relax. If you can, escape into a good book to take your attention away from the narcissist. I have linked 2 of my free books for you to download and read in the description below. Learn more about narcissism. Narcissism is a very wide subject with a lot to learn. Secretly learn more by watching YouTube videos, reading articles and books. Remember that each person who runs a YouTube channel will have a different perspective as well as information on narcissism that they share. Doctors and other professionals will often give you the technical side with textbook information about narcissism. This is very helpful to get a greater understanding of narcissism. Other YouTubers like myself will bring their own experience about narcissism. Some you may not connect with, but others may have the same or similar experience as you. Their information may greatly help you understand why and what the narcissist in your life is doing. Different YouTubers will also present the same information in different ways. One way of explaining may be easier for you to understand. When I was teaching scuba diving in Cayman Islands, we often swapped instructors when a student couldn't progress. This often solved the problem, as a different instructor might just be using a different word or technique that helped the student to get the subject at hand. Thus, listen to multiple channels to get a good understanding about narcissism.